Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Turn another volume down. All right. So we'll get some people in here in a few minutes. We'll get this thing started. Let's see. I know it takes a bit for the notifications to go out, so we will get going here in just a minute or two. Let's see. Okay, so we'll wait and let's see. It looks like a lot of this well, on Twitter at least, a lot of the notifications have gone out there. Okay. So just comment when you're in here. Let me know that you are here. And we'll get going. Let's see. I want to set up the picture in picture, and then we'll do a share screen tonight. All right. So have that ready. Let's see. All right. We'll talk about a video recently, talk about what's coming up soon. Let's see. All righty. I did, this little thing with music and stuff, which is kind of cool down here. Um, do that one. Play some music while we're waiting. Pretty cool song. Turn it down a little bit though. Too far down. All right. Seemed like a couple weeks ago we were having issues with. Let me turn this back off. Last week or two, or a couple weeks ago, we were having issues with notifications. People were letting me know they were getting them late, and that's what happens to me sometimes. I get them late. Um, all right, let's see. Um, Turn the camera on. Boom. Hey sis, how are you? Still waiting to see who else gets notifications. Um, I hate it when they do this because notifications go out so late. Excuse me, and you're still boiling peanuts. Good old peanuts. So let's see, make sure I got this set up right. Okay, yeah, it looks like, uh, yeah, that's good to go. Um, all right. Let me make that screen bigger over here, though. Boom, there we go. Much better. All right, so when I'm ready for that, we'll play that. Excuse me. Um, yeah, so just comment when you're in here. I think it got foggy. Want me to turn that on? There we go. All right. Still working on the game room. Um, you might be able to go this way. Boom! I got my Funko Pops out here now. Um, Signed baseballs and everything up there. That um, right over here where the Dragons at. I got um, a Dale Murphy signed baseball and stuff like that. Real cool stuff that I've collected over the years, and I'm just getting it all in. We brought in a bunch of stuff the other day. Hey, mom, and just getting it a little more in here. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming along. Um, I want to get this Darth Vader picture that I want to put over here, and it glows like kind of like the bat signal back here does. And it's a picture of Darth Vader. I've seen it at Hobby Lobby, so I want to try to go out and grab that up. They've been out of stock on it, so hopefully they'll get it back soon. That'd be cool. And then the haunted shed, it's been making there's noise going on out there too. Um, we'll be out there next week. I'll try to get those um, video short clips up of what's going on in the shed as soon as I get a chance. I'll put them up here on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all those. They'll have them. Did some investigations today too, which was really cool. Went to Newton Academy. It's been a long time since I've been able to get to there. They've been working on the road and stuff, so I finally got back to Newton Academy and did an ambient sound of war like I've been wanting to do. I put a fidget spinner in there, and then in another video in there, I did an investigation with a guy who used to own a hotel here in Nashville. All that turned out pretty cool. And it'd probably be a few weeks or so for those videos drop. I got so much on backstock right now, And I got a video coming tomorrow night I'll talk about later. Okay. Let's see. I'll get ready to. Um, we'll play that video I got up here in just a minute. And I want to go over that a little bit, but I want to wait till we get some more people in here. I'm just working on that a little bit better here. I think it had. Oh yeah, there it goes. Boom. Oh, good, better. So yeah, as everybody comes in, comment, let me know you're here. Um, we will. So I got several things I want to share tonight. So, and if you're coming in, please share it out, um, so people know I'm live. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I'll do the video here in a second. I last week we had people coming in later, and we'll just recap, and I'll play that video again. But I don't want to keep waiting around. So let's do this video. Let me put the share screen up. And this is the part I want. This is where I was in the cemetery this past Tuesday, or the video was this past Tuesday, and I hadn't been there in a long time, and I was glad to get back. And the first word I got when I got in there was battery, and uh, then I realized looked down at my camera, and I was down to 2 bars, um, which was interesting because I went in with a full charge. And I hadn't started recording no more than maybe 30 seconds or so. So I hadn't been recording very long at all. And, but then I got batteries. Then I asked the spirit, the Sally that I got, her name was Sally. And so I asked her if she was the one that was draining my batteries. So here's how that went. I'm going to change batteries, guys. It is starting to drain. Were you the one that said battery earlier and was trying to drain it? If so, will you light that box up? Whoa. So that's pretty good confirmation right there. And um, going back to that, it's uh, the whole thing of getting her name, and I was probably no more than about 2 feet away from her, and it, I couldn't believe how close um, we were. Let me see if I can get that clip going. I'll have to. Let's see. I have to go back a little bit. I haven't gone too far, but around in here is where I believe I get her name. This is where I started, was right through here. Sally. Okay, let me look and see if I can find a Sally. So I found a Sally. And I couldn't get my cemetery app to come up to see if I could get a bio, unfortunately. Mean? Well, I'm not mean. I hope you don't mean me. Or maybe I mean this is Sally or what? I don't know. Sally, can you tell me how you died? Okay, so I was probably no more than about 2 feet away from that when I got that name, and there's only two Sallys buried in that cemetery, and I did get fire when I asked how she died, so we'll get into that. Because I was just right here in this area when I got Sally. Right here is her name. Let's see if we can get her to touch the K2 and light it up. Can you light that box? Oh, you can. Thank you. That was quick too. How close are you to me? Yes, pretty close. Can you explain to me how you died, please? I want to change batteries, guys. It is starting to drain. When it was said battery earlier and was trying to drain it. If so, will you light that box up? Whoa. Okay. Hang on, guys. I gotta change this. Fully charged. Whoa, that thing's still going off. It's been going off kind of off and on since I was changing the battery. I want to see again if I can get the cemetery app to come up and see if I can maybe get some bio on Sally Ingle, which is odd because the K2 keeps flashing, but I was having a hard time in this area getting a signal, and even though it was showing 5G, I was still having some issues trying to get that to load, and it just took some time for whatever reason for that to come up, and to understand why it was beyond me. I had no idea what was going on with that. If you're in 5G, you should have no problem getting a signal. But Garrett, we got another cemetery. His last name was Ingle as well. Just kind of cool. Coincidence. Let's see. I'm not looking at the K2 guys, so I may miss it if it goes off. Only one Sally Ingle in here. I don't have any bio. Okay, so nothing tells me anything about her really. But thank you, Sally, for coming through. Again, I'm not being mean or anything. I'm here. Well, thank you. I'm just here to talk to the past, so to speak. Can you tell me how you died? Speaking in this device in my right hand. Okay, so I'll pause there a second because I want to hop over here to where I was doing the Ghost Vox. There it is. Good picture of that. And that's when I got fire. Now I'll talk about that. What the theory is behind what might have happened there. Vox, it's been pretty effective. Sally, can you tell me how you died, please? He said, I don't know what that was. Let's see where you died in 1914. I heard say, yeah. I think it said go away. You want me to leave? That was pretty plain and clear. I don't know what that was. Fire? And it sounded like it said right before fire. Let me go back real quick. It sounded like it said something about don't go away. Then when I went back and listened, let's try that again and see what you all hear. Let me know. I don't know what that was. Fire? Don't go away or something. I can't really completely make it out. It's kind of weird, but then we got fire. So when we got fire, I was like, okay, what what does it mean by fire? Well, the two Sallys, one Sally that's buried in there, there's no obituary or anything letting us know exactly how she died. So, i- if I was communicating with the other Sally, chances are she could have died in the fire. But then um, we're not 100% sure. And this Sally here had I think it's called pellagra, which was a disease that poor people got. They didn't eat well and things like that. So their skin would feel like they were on fire. So it was no major confirmation on that. I wish we knew. Hey, Kill Boy, what's up? I wish we knew better about how the other Sally died, if it was indeed in a fire. But this lady could have meant she felt like she was on fire. I don't know. So no major confirmation. But the interesting part in this whole investigation was I was only like 2 feet away from her headstone of this Sally right here you're seeing on screen. Um, so I don't know. Um, I wish we had a better idea how that other Sally died, and then we would maybe able to put more pieces together. But when I did ask, were you draining my battery? Let's go back to that for those who are just coming in, and we'll get. Let's see. Let me go back. Okay, right about here, I believe. I'll put the K2
Can
down.
you light that box? Oh, you can. Thank you. How close are you to me? Yes, pretty close.
Hey, Killboy. So I'm just reviewing a Tuesday night's video that I put up and kind of going over what happened in it, trying to explain it a little bit more. When I first got in that cemetery, I got the word battery, and then realized that my camera battery was getting very low on charge, and I went in with a full charge. So I later on got the name Sally, and then I asked her if she is the one that was draining my battery. So this is where I'm at right now with this again. I'm kind of reviewing it. So this is where we'll pick that up.
Um, can you explain to me how you died, please? I want to change batteries, guys. Instead of starting to drain. Were you the one that was said battery earlier and was trying to drain it? If so, will you light that box up? Whoa.
So that was the biggest confirmation that I've got out of the whole thing. Um, and it's yeah, it is interesting. So that was the biggest confirmation I got. Now, when it said fire, when I asked how she died, that's still up in the air. Honestly, we don't know. Let me get these off. If we do know that this Sally that I had on the screener did not die in a fire, she died of a disease, but the disease can make you feel like you're on fire because of the way your skin is, how it makes it burn and feel. And but the other Sally is buried there. There's maybe a possibility that she could have died in the fire, but there's no obituary to let us know that. So we're you know a little bit up in the air with that. But with getting the K2 to light up, that was pretty cool. Maybe that was indeed the Sally that was draining my battery. So anyway, but yeah, if y'all haven't seen that full video, please check it out. It's the last video I put up. I do have some YouTube shorts I put up recently, but it shouldn't. I think if you go back in the regular videos, it'll show it there on Tuesday. So you want to check that out, please do. Because another a good investigation. I mean, we're getting some good stuff. And the Ghost Tool app's helping us out with all that, and it's giving us the ability to be able to go through with like the cemetery apps and confirm things, like we've talked about the last few weeks, and that one was good. That was good to get that. Um, and like today with the investigations I did at Newton and at Riverside. I was able to get a few hours worth of filming in today, which was really good. I was wanting to go back to Newton. I did, like I say, try the ambient sounds of war again, and it really helped. It helped a ton. You'll see it when that video comes out. Um, how the words I got to the Ghost Tool app made sense for that time frame of the Civil War. Um, and then let's see. Um, then I did another investigation in Newton Academy. There's a fellow there that's buried, and he used to own a hotel. And so I tried something I've never done before, and I'm not going to give it away, but you'll see what I mean when that video comes out. Oh, what got me into paranormal? When we were starting to film our channel, it was Crossroads Explorers, and our thing was just to film areas here in Western North Carolina. But Marnie kept coming across paranormal stuff, and since we both believe in the paranormal, it got us going into that direction. And then once we went in that direction, we stayed in that direction and have been able to contact with spirits, and it's been real successful for us. And so that's pretty much what got us going doing that. Our game plan was basically just a vlog, uh, but then it turned into paranormal, and we've been happy to do it in the last 6 years. So it's been fun. It's been real good. And the more technology comes out with things, it's really helping us out. And I really encourage people to instead of going into a place to investigate and just hey, how are you, and leave, um, do some research and really get in there and see if you can confirm the names and things you're getting in there. If you get a name of John Doe, try to confirm if he tells you how he died. If it said illness and you find a John Doe in the cemetery app and he died of I don't know, tuberculosis or something, that's a confirmation, and that's something you should be proud of. So please, if you're doing investigations, please do it. Please do it that way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're working on it, and trying to continue to do investigations the way we are. It's not caught on yet, I don't think, but hopefully one day it will. Um, yeah, research is a lot, and I've been guilty of that in the past. And what I mean by guilty is, camera's getting fuzzy. There it goes. Just going in, filming, getting what I get, and leave, and not even really researching anything. And the better confirmations we've been getting in the Ghost Tool app lately has really helped us out. And we're able to, with Marnie and my sister and mom, we're all work at this, and we all try to help each other out with it. And so I'm encouraging people to investigate that way and try to uh, get a better understanding. It's not theatrical. I know a lot of people love to do theatrical paranormal stuff. They want to get apparitions and shadows, and that's just not always possible. Um, I can tell you from 6 years of experience, if you go to a place, you're probably not going to get a shadow. You're probably not going to get an apparition. You're probably not going to get an orb, and you're probably not going to get those theatrical things that they'd really love. And I know that's views, and I know people really like that, but it's if it's theatrical like that, they're probably faking it. I'd say 99% are faking it. When they're getting those supposed things that happen, they're faking their stuff just for views. That's all it is. And when people do that, it angers me because they're not taking the time to really do any research in the paranormal, not doing any backgrounds on anything. They're going in, they're making things happen just so they can get views, and that's not what I'm all about. I'll never be about that. I will quit before that ever happens. So, excuse me. But hopefully, the way we're researching and the way we're investigating will hopefully catch on, and people will want to do it that way. And I think people will be more interested in it if more people do it. Um, is it? Yeah, no, it's not easy to debunk. Not really. Um, I can hear noises sometimes when I'm filming. I heard noises at Helen's Bridge one time. I looked around and it was a squirrel just running around, and that's what the noise was. It's I try to debunk as much as I possibly can. I mean, up until the point where I just can't anymore, and that's where like um, if I think I see something, I'll put the camera there. I may not catch it. Like today at Riverside, I thought I saw maybe something go by, but there again, it was. I mean, I turned the camera obviously for people to see, but I didn't really catch anything. I think it might have been just there was a tree hanging, leaves hanging down, and I think it might have just been them kind of moving with the wind that made me think that I saw something I didn't. But there again, it could have been a shadow. I'm not ruling it completely out, but it just kind of was quick, in the corner of my eye, quick, and um, I'm not ruling out that it could have been, but there again, it could have been just that tree waving a little bit, and that's what could have happened. Um, and I have caught shadows in there before. I've seen shadows in Riverside, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be able to debunk though, Killboy, as much as possible. That way, you can rule all that out, and then get into the saying, okay, this whatever is unexplained. Um, so oftentimes I see YouTubers they'll tell or they'll say everything's unexplainable, everything's paranormal because they really want it to be so badly that any little noise or any little whisper of the wind is paranormal. So, um, and that's not how that works. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure all the time what it is. I have seen a shadow in our home before or multiple times, and I've actually like saw the shadow. It was there, and so it was one of those things where I couldn't like debunk that because I actually saw it. But it's those times when you think you do, and you're not really 100% sure, or you hear something, but you're not 100% sure if it's maybe a squirrel or something. Um, but if you get out there and move around and you're hearing things, um, always look. Always try to say, okay, was that a squirrel? Was that a maybe? I mean, I've come across groundhogs and things like that make noise too. And I've turned around and there was a groundhog there in Riverside one time. Oh, okay, that's what's making the noise. No big deal. Kept moving on. But I have heard feet, about footsteps behind me at Riverside, and I couldn't debunk that because there was nothing there at all. And then getting footsteps through an EVP recorder that I didn't hear with my ears until I played it back. So I couldn't explain that. And I knew there was nothing behind me walking. So that's where it sounded like it came from. But then the ghost tool said grass. So it was like kind of a cover. Yeah, I'm walking in the grass behind you, man. Those type things. So it's those times when I can't debunk it. I just got to leave it up to unexplained possible paranormal. But yeah, but I encourage anybody who does, who's maybe if you're starting in the paranormal, debunk everything you can debunk, and then leave it to be unexplained. Because not everything is paranormal. And then I've had people say, "Well, you get a lot of hits on the K2." Well, not all the time. I don't. Hello, Foggy. There he goes. And I don't always get K. If you can look at a lot of my videos, there's a lot of times I'll say didn't get nothing on the K2, nothing ever hit on the K2, or the K2 hit one time and that was it. Um, So I don't always. I'm not very successful all the time with the K2 or REM pod or anything like that. So, and there's been times I've gone and used like Spirit Boxes and Ghost Tool app and not hard to get anything whatsoever. And there's a lot of times I think it's residual. So I had to put that into account too, that I may be getting residual things that's not making any sense. So um, yeah, there's that. But in these last few videos, I'm trying my best to, when I do get names, I always am trying to ask, "How did you die? Can I get your last name? Can, things like that." Now, the problem with the cemetery app is that you don't always get a bio. You don't always get an obituary. So then you try to dive in more with things like newspapers.com and its history and things like that that can help you hopefully come across things. That's what we all do. I'll send things to Marnie or my sister or my mom and say, "Hey, can y'all help me with this? Because I can't find anything." And there's times we hit dead ends. We hit a dead end road and we can't find nothing. So that happens. But with some things you might be able to find later on. Sometimes you just have to do a deep dive research. That's one thing people probably don't want to do, I guess. I think people like to go film and just get what they can and go on, but um, I think the more you can confirm what you're getting, the better off you can later on say, "Well, see, I did get this, and it's confirmed in the obituary or newspaper, whatever, that this is how they died or whatever," and it makes it a whole lot easier to um, be able to uh, later on confirm it. If somebody thinks that you're not getting right, you can say, "No, look, it's confirmed. It says it here. This is what I got. It's confirmed through here." And hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that the people do that more. Yeah, see, that's the problem right there. You go past the early 1900s, it's a lot harder to figure out things. But it doesn't mean that you can't. I mean, it doesn't mean there may not be a newspaper clipping or something, or even if you can't find an obituary, there could be a newspaper clipping by chance that you can come across. Yep, newspapers. What's the other one? Cemetery. Yep. Find a grave. Find a grave. That's the one. So I was reading, making sure I caught up on all the comments there. But again, um, please go back and watch our videos. For people who are just coming in later or maybe watching us later, please, you all as well, please check out everything that we have. And the last few months, that's what we're doing. That's the kind of stuff we're doing. Um, but I'm actually going to hop off here in just a few minutes. I just wanted to come on and touch base for a few minutes and tell you what's coming up. And what we do have coming up is a 3-part mirror investigation. Part one will be tomorrow night. It'll be a premiere. I'll be in the chat. We can all watch it live together. Um, I did a dowsing rod session in that one, and some stuff happened you guys want to see. I guarantee it. Um, and then part two will be on Tuesday. Tuesday will be part two, and that'll be with the mirror and with our doll Jane together. And then part three will be Friday night live. We'll be out in the shed. You and I will go out there. We'll investigate. You guys can help me be my eyes and ears and help me out with that. And we'll see what we be able to come up with a mirror. Um, maybe we can get more information than what I've gotten in the first parts of these videos. But the mirror is probably the most haunted thing I have out there. That's really worrisome. The dolls, not so much. All right. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. I wasn't sure how long I was gonna go tonight, but I definitely want to get on and review Tuesday's video and talk about what's coming up. So tomorrow night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, um, we'll be doing the premiere. So make sure the bell is on and everything. And thanks for being here, Killboy. Appreciate it, bud. And so make sure the bell's on and everything. 8:45 tomorrow night, p.m. Eastern. We're going to do it. And guys, until next time, God bless. We'll see you soon.